Castl'es sponsors our 3 national teams. So there were 2 parts to the brief. The first part was to actually highlight that fact and celebrate this friendship that Castle has with our 3 national teams and the players. And then the second part of the brief was to talk to this idea of the superfan and highlight what it means to be a superfan and tell a story about superfans and kind of the lengths they'll go to support their team.
We presented quite a few different scripts to Castle, but we always kept coming back to this one. It was everybody's favorite. Castle are a brand that are always pushing us to go bigger, to go more epic, to go better. You know, scale is something that you kind of expect from a Castle commercial, and so the client is always pushing us to explore, you know, every option that we can. But yeah, this was the idea that everybody just fell in love with from the beginning.
When I got the script, the first thing when I told them they were mad. I really did. I was like, you guys are crazy, because my stomach just went, it was terrifying in that, you know, you're getting this brief for one of the nation's most beloved brands, and you can't mess it up. So when I went away to do my treatment, I really focused on 2 things for me, was the scale and above all else the emotion and the human element, because it doesn't matter how big it is, if it hasn't got a heart, then, you know, people are not interested. So I really focused on that, and my first thing I thought about was how can we recast, because it's you know, the concept is, you know, it's been done before, but how do you almost relaunch you know, the brand in a fresh way? So let's recast, and the environment is something we haven't seen also before, you know, with Castle.
We wanted to give the commercial a very distinct feeling. We really liked the kind of dry feeling that the grade gave you. We looked at references like No Country for Old Men, you know, those kind of big, epic, cinematic textures and feelings and colors that we wanted to bring in. We also wanted to pick up a lot of the reds and the golds that you find in the Castle branding. And just get that feeling of dryness and you know, everything that you see in the first half of the commercial. It was actually a bit of a surprise in the edit, the 2-minute version. And yeah, once we shared it with the clients, it was originally just going to be a YouTube version, and once we shared it with them, they loved it so much that they found a way to flight it on TV, which was really exciting.
Because for all of us, it's always disheartening when you got all this footage and you know, there's all this stuff on the floor, and I think the story deserved something different, you know. And so when we're editing, I mean, between us, we as a team, we were always talking about we should do a long one, long one, and then we did show the 30 and then the 45, and then we're like, we've got a little surprise for you. And immediately the client was amazing. They just said, got up and made some calls. We're flying a 2-minute. So that was really special.